Hello, beautiful, beautiful Earth Angels. Welcome back to Daily Dose of Love for You. We're going to be pulling you a card from the Fairy, Oracle of the Fairies, seeing what message they have to bring through. I do feel like there's a specific message in this deck, a specific card that is really prevalent and wanting to come and bring itself forth to you. So let's have a little look, connecting with your fairies, angelic guides. What have we got coming through? We have two cards coming out, and the two cards coming out is Inner Child, and we also have Precious Time. Spending time with your inner child, making more time for your inner child is something that you guys could be doing if you're finding this reading. Spending more time for play. There's something about you guys moving forward this year. Basically, the message is that you guys are really deep when it comes to time. Precious time. Precious time. You're very sentimental when it comes to knowing that life is temporary. A lot of everything here is temporary. You guys are a really old soul, and you're very poetic and you're very deep, and I feel like you guys often flash to the future and the past in your mind. You often flash to the future, to times where maybe you're older, looking back on your life, and it makes you very grateful and sentimental, and shows you the importance to the time you are at now, who you are right now, where you're at right now, and also flashing back to your inner child as well, to your childhood or to growing up and things like that, and just how fast time has gone. I also feel like there's someone tuning into this reading that is like reminiscing on time at the minute and how fast time goes, or like our perception of time, and how you could have kids or you could have a business or even just this to yourself, how quick time has gone. Like, you've grown so fast, or you've watched your children change so quickly, or you have watched your life or a business evolve very quickly, or the place where you're at now to maybe a few years ago is maybe very different. And I feel like you guys, there's something about this energy being brought through where it's like maybe some of you this year, you're feeling this sentimental way because you're going to make a lot of beautiful memories, okay? There is a lot of beautiful memories that you are going to make this year and for the rest of your life, but it's coming out of this space of precious time. You would not, a spirit saying you would not have made these memories if it weren't for knowing the preciousness of time. So for example, from this energy of like, oh, you know, life's moving so quick, you know, we're gonna be older soon, or my kids are gonna be grown up soon, or, you know, this or that, you know, it's kind of like someone's making plans out of this space or shaping their life out of this space. You could be shaping your life out of this space of knowing the pricelessness of time and the sentimental value of sharing these moments or having these moments with yourself or with your family or with your friends that is there to exist, that we're there to play, that we're there to have fun, that we're there to laugh, that we're there to be silly, just inner child energy, there to explore nature, you know, not so much getting anywhere, but just really being where you are. And there's something about how your life is going to look different because of this. Your life's going to look very different because as much as you guys become very sentimental and very grateful about time because you flash to the future and the past, you know, looking at yourself from the future and things like that, as much as that makes you grateful and sentimental, there's also an element of fear that can come in. Now, this is very special because this has pushed you to make certain choices and to live your life in a way that maybe you wouldn't have before, or maybe you wouldn't have if you did not think about these things. If you did not think about these things or have this fear of maybe, you know, one day it's all going to be, I need to do these things now because we say one day and then it never happens, and then it will never happen, and there's no way I'm going to be looking back on my life with these regrets and this and that, or, you know, knowing that like maybe I should have done that or just followed my heart space or took more risk. Like, you're that type of person who you're going to have a very beautiful path this life, some of it which you will do and step out your comfort zone and do these things that maybe are daunting or scary, but they're very beautiful memories, lots of exploration or play or joy. And it's like you're gonna be doing these things because, you know, at some points there is that fear. And so this is really a healthy fear. This is not something that's like plaguing the mind or causing fear matrices. It's really like maybe some nights, like it doesn't have to be every day or every night. It can just be a moment in time you've tapped into recently where you felt like life is really short and I'm gonna start living for that future self because time comes around quickly. And so, yeah, there's things that you're going to do this life that you wouldn't have done if you didn't think about things in this way, because this actually was your motivation and your drive to take certain chances, to make certain choices, to follow your dreams, to really believe in yourself so fully, because, you know, we can't do these things again. And, you know, it's like you guys have this preciousness about time for that reason. And I also feel like it, again, is linked into this inner child of valuing the time that we spend in our inner child energy, or that we spend in this existing energy or these playful energies. So the fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. And we also have the fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. Yeah, I honestly do feel like as well, sorry, this cracked me up. What some of you are bringing through as well is like in these moments where you have these reflections of like life is short, this almost could be like an awakening energy as well, because what it does is it pushes you out of anything that you feel stagnant in or settled in, okay? Whether that's a place, a work, a job, a location, a version of self, you have these moments that come around that highlight this for you. And it gives you the courage to really make these choices, because there could be something about, you know, yeah, not wanting to waste time. And again, not coming out from a fear space, but this could be, it's a waste of time to be in a place that we're not genuinely fully in our whole heart really happy with, you know. It's a waste of time to be stuck in friendships that we are just going around in the same cycles and, you know, they're not really resonant for me and they don't make me feel good. That's a waste of time, my precious time here on earth, that could have been spent or is going to be spent with connections that do fill my heart space and are meant for me. But I understand that time is of the question, and that the sooner that I release things that I don't feel are for me or aren't necessarily bringing me peace, joy, or happiness, you know, or even growth or learning, then I'm going to get rid of those things. I'm going to step away from those things and keep shifting my compass towards where I feel present, towards where I feel my heart is calling me to. Because again, I will not have this energy of wasted time. Again, wasted time is an illusion. Your higher self is bringing that through as well. There is no such thing as wasted time. But when we have the fear of the potential of wasted time, again, this can really power us to make certain choices and to do certain things that maybe we wouldn't have the pressure or the strength to do if we weren't pressured by the importance of time. Does this make sense? So for some of you, flashing back to the past, you've been through situations where you had this moment where you were like, hold on, my time is so precious and I'm just having this awakening, like I need to live life to the fullest, whether that's like the people around me, the place I'm in. I need to go for my dreams. I need to do this. And again, not need to, but it's that you have these awakenings of realizations that give you inner fight, fire, strength, and courage, and passion and spark for life to do these things that to some other people may look like harder choices. I also feel like some of you could be leading up to that choice now. Like maybe you're moving house or debating traveling. There's something really maybe major this year that you're gonna do spawned out of this place. So you could like completely change careers or houses, or go traveling, or you could have a child. Someone like could be like, oh my god, time, you know, it's time to have children. No. And also, if there's anyone that does desire family and friendships and connections or relationships but doesn't feel like they have those, we should never worry about that in regard to time, because everything's in divine time. Remember, this is an illusion that helps bring us passion to take action in the moment, yet it is an illusion still. We are always where we're meant to be, and things, especially like children or family or relationships, those are major parts of our journey. They are not just woven in very loosely. They are very, very divinely guided in synchronistic timing, and you should trust that if you do desire those things and you don't have those, that maybe this is the year that you get those, especially if you feel a longing for them or a lack of them. My spirit guides always tell me that when you feel a lack of something, you're actually just, your body's getting confused. You're picking up on an energy that's moving closer to you, and therefore you desire it because you're picking up that it's in your energetic field, and yet you don't see it in your physical reality. And then we start to be like, oh, well, now I'm in lack because I feel like I desire this, but the feeling of desire is really you're picking up what's already here for you, but you're waiting for it to fully materialize. So maybe some of you, that's the case. Again, take what resonates, but these things are always happening in divine time. We're always where we're meant to be, but I do feel like there's things happening for you this year that are really quite major and are spawned out of a place of like awakening. You know, like people make these choices when they awaken to really live fully. When we awaken, it's that we can't settle for what we were happy settling with before. Before you awaken, we settle with a lot without even realizing we're settling. What is that? Fear disguised as comfort, predictability, routine, patterns. But it's like a certain point where you guys, you have these questions and you're like, Groundhog Day, it's like, is it gonna be like this forever, right? It's like, what do I actually want to create for myself? That's what the energies ask you to question, is what do I actually genuinely, my heart space, want to create for myself? And again, tuning into that future energy, time travel to the future when you're like 80 years old or something. It's like looking back, you have these feelings and it helps you guide you where you are now to what's going to really matter to you in the future, okay? Not just like short term or whatever. So there is a message from your fairies about how we could go in many different ways for this. So we did not finish all the branches, but there is a message about how you're the type of person who you're extremely connected to your inner child. Your inner child is going to absolutely thrive this lifetime because you are someone who, even no matter how hard it feels sometimes, you always get to this point where energies or timelines are shifted for you. You go through these awakenings of like the profound temporary nature of yourself or time, and it allows you to reach for bigger dreams or reach for leaps of faith. And taking leaps of faith, it gives you the courage to take these leaps of faith, whether that's out of a relationship, into a business, out of a business, out of a workplace, out of an environment, into a new environment. Whatever this is, seems like you're really coming up to that point, you guys. And I do feel like there's a lot of energy you're creating in your path that is really fun and really playful. There's something about how you guys are going to manifest wealth and abundance from a space of play, because again, being someone who values the importance of your time, I feel like you're also going to manifest this life a way that it's like you love what you do, therefore it's not wasted time. You're not it's like you're always in the place where you want to be, because if you make a business, it's like something you love. Or maybe you guys, it's like you have a family and that's it. Maybe you have a family and you do that, or you have an antique shop, or whatever this is. It feels like through the energies of play you create abundance from, and therefore it's like something coming through about how your path will be different this incarnation, specifically regarded around the energies of time and timing. So you will notice very weird synchronistic occurrences in your life when it comes to timing, divine alignment, divine timing. But you're also going to experience a lot to do with this life, to do with spiritual cycles, to do with time that push you to, your passions or your callings. You're also going to experience that energy of time in a sense of you guys valuing time, and therefore like creating an abundance where it means that you don't have to sell your soul, you don't have to sell your time for an exchange of something. I do feel like a lot of you watching, there's a lot to do with time in your path that is going to be different to other people's this lifetime. And also, you may find the timing of your path is different to other people's, especially when we talk about like growing up or this or that. Like maybe you guys are an eternal inner child, you know, and it's like there's no rush to do anything. As much as we worry about time, there's also no rush, because you guys are like the eternal inner child. Maybe, you know, you're gonna carry this inner child innocence energy with you throughout your whole life, whether that's like spontaneity and fun or just living emotionally fully, exuberating love or passion or artistry. There's something very eccentric about you as well. Sassy and eccentric, sophisticated. I like that. Sophisticated, sassy, and eccentric. And then we have fun, playful, and cute. I don't know. But yeah, that's your message coming through for you, beautiful souls. So just to clarify and confirm, anything that's come through, you may be making some big choices this year, and you're also going to realize that maybe this year is going to be one of the most funnest years that you've experienced so far. You're going to make a lot of memories, and these memories are going to be really wholeheartedly rooted in your heart space. They're going to be extremely priceless, extremely sentimental. They're memories you can't remake again, because the time will never be that time again, right? So you're going to make some beautiful memories this year. There's going to be a lot of newness birthing into your reality. New businesses, new ideas, new passions, new pursuits, new paths, new projects, and maybe even new life for some of you. But again, never worry about the timing of these things. It's easier said than done. But if you guys do want that, you know, it is a dream of yours to have a family or to have kids or to just have a stable unit. I do feel like you guys, maybe this is something that's gonna start like being a story that's set into motion, you know? So I love you guys so much, and I will see and speak to you all in the next reading, beautiful souls. Mwah.